Good morning again, Wilson. Today is January 7th, and I'm now videotape the interview with Mr. Huang Qigeng, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. So, Wilson, I know you're now applying for American high school. So, I'd like to start a little bit about your personal information. Can you tell me your date of birth?
Yeah, I'm 14 years old now, and I'm in grade 8 this year. My birthday is on the October 6th,
Okay, October 6th. Which year?
2001.
Okay, 2001. Wow, that's quite a young age. So you just mentioned you're currently 8th grader, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So for this fall, when you apply to American high school, do you consider to apply for 9th grade or you want to repeat 8th grade?
I want to apply grade 9.
Apply to grade 9. Okay, no problem. Let me see. Have you taken any English test?
Yes, I have took the TOEFL test.
Okay, wonderful.
SSAT.
Wow, that's quite impressive. Let me ask the score of the both tests. Do you already know?
Yeah, the TOEFL test score is 81.
81.
And
okay.
SSAT score is 1935.
Okay, that's good, good. That's okay. I think later on, if I need more detailed information, I can always ask for exam the score report copy. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Wilson, can you tell me where do you live now? Which city is your hometown?
I'm from Xi'an, China.
Oh,
Xi'an is an Asian city which in the north of the central China.
Okay.
Yeah, there are lots of sightseeing, such as the city wall and the bell tower. So it's a really historical city in China.
Interesting, interesting. Yeah, I've heard about this city quite a while. Yeah, as you mentioned, I think it's a capital city in Asian China, right?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. How's the weather there?
The weather in the winter is too cold, and in summer is too hot. So,
wow.
Actually, I don't like the weather in Xi'an.
Okay, I see. Yeah, yeah. But sounds like spring and the fall season will be the best season to visit Xi'an, right? Spring and autumn. Okay, good to know. Okay, I'm glad I learned a little bit about yourself, Wilson. I want to move on to your academics, okay?
Okay.
Can you tell me what is your favorite subject? What class, what subject do you really enjoy?
Yeah, my favorite courses are computer, English, and math.
Okay, computer, English, and math. Computer and math. So, have you thought about in your future you want to be an engineer?
Not really, because my favorite courses is different from my favorite my hobbies or anything else, because they are different.
Okay, understandable. And then, can you tell me what are your favorite hobbies?
Okay. I can play the piano, and I can play the guitar. I have been playing the piano for about 10 years.
Wow, you're only 14 years old, so you started at the age of 4, right?
Yeah.
Impressive. Okay.
I've been performing. Yeah, guitar. I played the guitar for about two years.
Okay.
So I've been performing these musical instruments in my school for many times.
Wow.
And yeah, and I in addition about I also like sports. I can play tennis and golf. I have achieved the position in the sports meeting and won the basketball game when I was young in my primary school.
Okay, I see why you do have a lot of interest and lots of talents, musical talents and also athletic talents. Great, great, good to know. Yeah, I know if you have been practiced piano for so many years and performed many times, you must be very good at it. So let me ask, usually how long you have to practice every day?
in my I think in my holiday I usually practice them 8 hours per day, but
8 hours per day. Wow.
yeah, but it's only in the holiday. In during our school years, I usually I don't have lots of time. So maybe if I have not got so many homework, I will practice them for about more than an hour.
Okay. Yeah, even that during the school days, I know Chinese schools, Chinese students have a lot of academic pressure, a lot of things to do. Then you keep make like over an hour practice. That need a lot of discipline. Okay, I admire that. Okay, good.
Okay.
So we start with your favorite subject, then we move to your hobby. Actually, I'm also quite interested in the opposite, like your least favorite subject. Is there any subject you're a little bit weak?
Yes. Take my personal experience as an example.
Mm-hmm.
When I was young, my uncle sent me an iPad as a birthday gift.
Mm-hmm.
That was actually a key which made me to start being interested in computer.
Okay.
And then I was good at using the computer and not playing it. I won the first prize in the computer printing competition in our city when I was in grade 2.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
Wow, second
English
grade.
has changed me too. I used to be a boy who didn't love reading, but reading English is a turning point in my life. It makes me really calm down, calm down to read.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
Interesting. So you like reading, I think, the English, some literature or some popular novels. So can you tell me which book you recently read?
I recently read The Old Man and the Sea.
Oh wow, that's a classic work. Okay,
Yeah.
wonderful. Okay, interesting. Actually, I also quite interested to know your least favorite subjects.
I think my least subject is Chinese history.
Okay, can you tell me why? Is it like you don't enjoy the subject, the material, or just maybe the way the class is taught, you don't have
Because
fun?
the Chinese history is a very long history,
I
and
know.
there are lots of information I should remember.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
maybe a reason why I don't like that is that our school have the history test, and the test usually usually ask you answer some you maybe is amazing questions such as the date and the person's name that I can't remember it.
I see. Yeah, it's we call it here like a rote memory, not need a lot doesn't need a lot of critical thinking, and that's the part you don't enjoy, right? I
Yeah.
understand. Okay, I know you're interested in applying into the American high school. You're really plan to study here. Can you tell me what are the reasons for you to make this decision?
Okay. Um, Firstly, I want to receive a better education in America because I think my interests, my personalities are more suitable for the education in America. I love sports, sports music, and even cooking, as I mentioned before. So I know American school could be able to provide me more opportunities to take part in various clubs about this. Also, I want to go to the college in the United States.
Okay.
So I think the education in which I which I go to the American college before is more important.
Okay, yeah, it's basically it's see it as investment in education, right? There's a lot of
Yes.
extracurricular activities you can enjoy, and also will maybe lend to the better American college. I see. Okay, let me ask you. So, how have you spent your summer? Your past 2 summers?
Summer, you mean
Yeah,
where
like
did I
summer
go?
break. Yeah, like the summer break last year. How did you spend your summer break, your summer vacation?
Okay, I love traveling very much. So last summer holiday, I went to Germany with my mom.
Wow. How
Yeah,
long?
there is a place give me a very deep impression. It's called King Lake. That is the most beautiful lake I have ever seen. Not only about the color of that, but also let me really come to the original forest, which only can appear in film.
Oh, I see. So I can imagine it's the natural beauty, right? It's just so beyond your impression. That's great. So that's your summer plan. How about the future? You firstly you told me you may not want to be engineer, although you're very good at computer and math. That might not be your future goal, your dream jobs. So have you ever thought about what you might want to do in the future in terms of career, job? I don't know. I know you're just eighth grade, and maybe this question is a little bit too early for you. I would still like to know.
But no, I have a little imagine.
Mm-hmm.
I think in the future I must be, I must work with the financial or the math.
Okay, you want to work in the field like financial industry, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're quite interested in doing business,
Yes.
economics. Okay, good. So you want to go to maybe a business school for your college,
Yeah.
right? Apply to
Maybe,
those major.
yeah.
I got it. Good to know. And do you feel you're ready for studying in a different country, far away from family and friends?
Yes. I have prepared for to accept this situation quite a month. I think actually I can make it. Yeah.
Yeah, I have confidence in you too. Okay, good for you. Now let's talk about the schools. Have you thought about which school, what kind of schools you would prefer?
I prefer a day school.
Okay, and how about like a school size, location, whether single sex school or co-ed? Anything about that?
The co-ed school and the location I prefer in the Boston or the um, near the New York.
Oh,
New,
Boston
yeah.
and New York area.
Yeah.
So I'm living in California, so never consider us. We are sunny state.
Yeah, I know, but
California.
my tutor, my advisor told me that I should study in the north of the
Northeast Oregon.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding with you. It's nothing wrong. You have any preference, okay? When you mention your advisor, are you referring to a teacher at your school, or what do you mean your advisor?
My in the Beijing, the abroad advisor.
Beijing abroad advisor.
Yeah.
You're started in Xi'an, right?
Yes.
Okay, then you have an advisor from Beijing?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I see. You're a consultant. I got it. No problem. Okay. I don't know why he only recommended Boston, New York, but I'll leave it here. You say co-ed. And then how about school size? Do you prefer large school or small school?
I prefer a large school. You know, in my current school, my school is very big. Whether the school area or the teacher and the student resources.
Okay.
So in my current school is very big. So
Okay,
I
then
want to
go to similar type.
school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know a large school has their advantage. There will be easier to have lots of activities. Okay, that's no problem. How about the school program? Do you like the school has a great music program, or science, computer, robotics? Anything about that? Have you thought of that?
I hope the school will have the music club and music shows and also the computer.
Music
computer
and
courses.
computer. Okay, I see. Okay, wonderful. You know what, Wilson? Next I'm going to do a second part of interview. I'm sorry I forgot to explain it to you. I'm going to show you a short English paragraph. Have you seen it on your screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, when you feel you're ready, can you read out loudly and clearly? That I will just have maybe one or two questions for that.
Okay.
Okay, when you're ready, you can start, okay?
Jack London's story, Call of the Wild, tells of Buck, a dog stolen from California who was taken to Alaska during the Klondike Gold Rush in the late 1890s. Buck becomes a sled dog, part of the team that transports supplies and people through the harsh winters. It was inevitable that the clash for leadership should come. Buck wanted. He wanted it because it was his nature, because he had been gripped tight by the nameless, incomprehensible pride of the trail and trees. That pride which holds dogs in the tail to the last gasp, which lures them to die joyfully in the harness, and break their hearts if they are cut out of the harness. This was the pride of them. As well dog, of so legs as he pushed with all his strength, the pride that laid hold of them at break of camp, transforming them from sour to sullen brutes into straining, eager, ambitious creatures. The pride that spawned them all day and dropped them at pitch of camp at night, letting them fall back into gloomy unrest and discontent. This was the pride that bore up Spats and made him thrash the stout dogs who blundered and strinked in the trace of had away and harness up time in the morning. Likewise, it was this pride that made him fear Buck as possible the late dog, and this was Buck's pride too.
Okay, great. How do you think about this paragraph?
Uh, and not really.
I know you. I think you did a pretty good job. You read it quite fluently. I know there are a few words you mispronounce, but I understand that you're only eighth grader, and some words are not like the daily conversation. They're quite frequent, not those frequent words. Let me just ask you one simple question. What is the main idea of this paragraph, this passage?
Let me see again. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I can also rephrase my question. What you know, we usually first we want to know who are the main characters, right?
Yeah.
So in this passage, who will be the main character?
I think is that a dog?
Exactly. So what is a dog's name?
Um, Dave.
Uh, you may catch the name of another dog, not our primary character. It's the Buck. The name of the
Oh.
Buck. Okay. My question is that actually both Buck and Dave. Do you know what kind of dogs are they? Have you
They are
noticed? Mm-hmm.
is stolen from California.
Yeah, Buck is stolen from California. Then he was taken to Alaska to become
Alaska.
what kind of dog? I mean, are like for both Buck and Dave, are they pet animals we keep at home, or they are different? They are special kind of dog.
They are different.
Yeah, yeah. What kind of dog are they? Like, have you noticed they both live in Alaska? Then they they were used
They
as.
they wandered outside.
They're both sled dog. Okay, if you notice, they're helping to transport supplies in the winter. Okay,
Yeah.
they have that. I think you can picture that, especially we just had Christmas and think about the sled. Okay.
Okay.
So my next question will be like, this dog in this passage tells about Buck and other dogs. So my question is, what is the relationship between Buck and the other dogs? For sled dogs, they're supposed to work as a group. Okay, so they work as a team. Do they get along very well? Or from what you read in this passage, Buck and the other dogs, they had some fight, they had some conflict. So which way do you think is correct?
The first statement.
The first statement, which says Buck and the other dogs get along very well. You think
Yeah.
that's okay? You know what? I have this passage living here. You can still read it after we're done with the interview. Actually, it should be the opposite. They fight for some kind of leadership. Okay. They had some conflicts, but that's okay. As I mentioned, you read it quite fluently, and I understand it's a it's really hard when you read it to see it on the screen and try to comprehend the meaning. Okay, so don't worry about that. I think at the beginning part you did a pretty good job, and my job is I try to screen schools and try to recommend the best fit school for you. Okay. So we will keep in
Okay.
touch, and I will contact your consultant or your advisor. Let him or her know my suggestion. Okay. Thank you,
Okay.
Wilson. I really appreciate your time, and I know it's still quite early. You can maybe have a little go back to sleep a little. No, you're ready to school, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then anyway, thanks again, and have a great day. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye,
Okay.
Wilson.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.